Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in offense set on first down. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll run it again. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the Seminoles are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Leaves it with the running back. At the 45 on his way. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Seminoles are on the move. They think there's room to run to the right here.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Shakes off the tackler. Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, no!
You knew this offense wanted to come into this one establishing the run, guys. They didn't even attempt to throw on their first drive. They were more physical. They were pushing guys around up front, and this guy caps it off with a nice touchdown run.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Looking for room. It's Gore. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that fight.
Nothing but green ahead. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Signals for the fair catch, and that... And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Looking left. He's got it. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Speeding down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Seminoles. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. And they can't make the connection on third down. And the Noles will bring the punt team onto the field.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the tight end. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. On second down, looking to throw. Using the quick game. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw it again. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch called for, but there is a flag on the play. We'll have to sort it out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Ball's at the 22. 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? And the Seminoles get enough for the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. First down to start the drive after the break. Fast motion from the offense. Here comes the jet sweep. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, he just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
24, SMU 3.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And the So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looking for space, it's Gore. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. Such a big decision early in the game. When you're opening drive, 30 short, you run it, you don't pick it up, and now you're just inches away from getting it. I'm not going to be surprised, guys, if they decide to run it here again.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for runs.
Quick catch on 3rd down. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. The RPO fired complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. When you think of the significance of these 2 programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important, they had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, every time these 2 teams played, Miami and Florida State, we were talking about how it would impact the national championship picture. This really has been one of the better rivalries in the sport, even though it's really not that old.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Gore. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess. Reese, exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Complete on 3rd down. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double-teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Tried to give it enough. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for space. It's Gore. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, between the coaches who have matched wits in this game and the players and the unforgettable moments, Miami, Florida State is must-see TV, and today is no different.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Give to the running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. 2nd down coming up. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Defense 30. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Running back searching for a hole. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. They're going to run it to the right. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance tonight.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Makes a connection. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Complete downfield. Tight coverage there did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8. There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese. And that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats and you take the rankings and you take the records and you throw it all out the window. There's always tremendous effort and passion when we see these rivalry games. We certainly saw it today. And David, for this losing team, this one's going to sting for a while.
It does, but it's so strange because I always feel the same way. I'm like, there's no chance that they have a chance to upset them. But then you go, it's a rivalry game. The vitriol, the hate, it's already there. And so it means so much in sports. Who's motivated for these games? So you do get up. It does become a good game, even when it's not a good game on paper.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports